What's up, everyone? Morey Croson here with the Performance Lab of California, and we're going to do another breakdown here today. Today it's going to be on JT Daniels. I don't know exactly where JT Daniels is ranked in the 2019 class, but I know he's one of the top quarterbacks in the class out of modern day. Modern day is number 1 or 2 in the nation right now, just depending on which ranking that you look at, but we're definitely one of the top teams in the nation, and so we thought we would we got a couple of requests to break them down. We thought we'd give this breakdown to you guys. So one of the big things with JT Daniel, just going over how he throws the balls, he does a really a good job of getting his hips into his throw. So you can see, and this is a common thing that we'll see, is the inability of kind of allowing your weight to shift back to forward. And you can see he does a good job of doing that and rotating through. Another thing though is, as well as he really kind of flexes his spine. So his spine goes from pretty well upright here to, as he throws, really kind of flexed in a much more kind of rounded position. So he uses a good amount of kind of his core, his obliques, and his kind of midsection in order to throw as he's coming through the ball. It looks like he can kind of work on getting that elbow up. You can see how he when he comes through that transition, he kind of drops down that elbow as he's throwing. He can kind of have a little bit of a sideways release when he goes. But there's a lot that can be said about that as well. One of the things about quarterback in comparison to being a pitcher is quarterbacks, you need to be able to throw from a variety of different positions with your arms. So your feet are not always going to be able to be positioned perfectly. You're not going to always be able to throw with your arm in the perfect position, just because there's a lot of chaos going on around. So you may have to just figure out a way to complete the throw. And I think somebody like a Brett Favre was great at that in comparison to pitching, where pitching, you basically are set up in an environment where you can take a good amount of time to get ready. Your pitch is always going to be around the same in terms of trajectory and stuff like that. It's actually a big advantage in pitching to be able to change your throw position to up top, to off to the side, and things like that. And there's actually guys that work on that. And in quarterback, that should be almost a necessity, is being able to throw from a variety of different positions. So being able to throw off to the side and still get a lot into the throw is actually a big plus when you're talking about being able to throw effectively. I think one of the things I wanted to show real quick too was, one of the things that JT does is he kind of has that front leg as you're transferring onto the leg, almost pressing up off the ground and getting some air time there, and really leaning off over to the side as he's coming through. Again, that's kind of a interesting part of the throw here. So as he's pushing off, he's rotating and getting some height off that front leg. So that's definitely an interesting way to throw the ball. Makes it so you can get maybe a little bit more power as you're coming through. I mean, you're going to have to really work a lot of skill in order to do that really well and really effectively. So that was another one that I wanted to show. Last one's going to be really a dart, really a nice throw. So it's back. It's kind of like a late dig, kind of post type of a movement. So you can see here again, I mean, really working on that ability to transfer his leg from his back leg onto his front leg, getting those hips all the way through, very strong and stable on the front leg. Starts to rotate around pretty well. You could tell he definitely has had some type of baseball experience, just because of how he uses that trunk as he's coming through. And he has the ability to have a variety of different trunk angles as he's coming through. So sometimes he'll come and really flex forward. This one he really goes and kind of flexes off to the side. Big thing that you're going to want to work on in order to do that effectively is making sure that arm slot stays relatively the same, because if you're moving a lot within the arm slot and also a lot within the spine, you're going to have a tendency to have some inaccurate throws. But overall, it's good to be able to have some variability within your spine and within your arm. So being able to accomplish that at a young age is really good. Just gonna, I'm sure there is some inconsistency that you have every once in a while. I'd say you want to work through that. And a good way to do that is to really, understand how the spine's moving and connecting that spine with the arm, as well as vice versa. There's some exercises that you can do that will help you in better understanding, when your spine kind of leans off to the left, how to get that arm more over to the top, or when that spine goes more through through that flexion angle like we saw in that first throw, and you want to kind of throw kind of off to the side with your arm, you know, how you could effectively do that well and utilize that core and still get a good amount of pec activation, things that you need in order to throw. So I'd say one of the things that stands out to me with JT Daniels here is, you know, that variability, that ability to throw a lot of different throws and still be able to create a lot of power and able to have accuracy. You know, in order for him to excel at the next level, he's just going to have to be able to maintain that as defenses get tighter and more complicated and defenders get better. You're still going to have to be able to maintain that high level of accuracy also with, you know, bigger, stronger guys that are right out in front of you. You can see here he's got a pretty nice lane to throw here. So as things start to get a little bit more compact, still being able to maintain that same proficiency even with you know, the tougher defense. But you know, everything points to him being able to do that, you know, as long as he continues to work on, you know, in practice maybe being able to feel your different spine angles, still being able to get that, you know, when you lean off more to the spine or lean off more to the side of the spine, still being able to keep that arm up, or when you do the more spine flexion and kind of let that arm kind of go off to the side, still being able to get good core activation, still being able to get good pec activation, maintaining good internal and external rotation of the shoulder. That's going to be key for you, JT. Maintain good internal and external rotation, as well as maintain good ankle stabilization. Make sure that left ankle is able to stay mobile, stay stable. Those are going to be big keys for you as you continue to develop and continue to become a better and better quarterback. So, as always, thanks for watching our videos. Here's another breakdown here. If you want to check out, or if you want to get a personal breakdown, you can send in your video. We do personal breakdowns for quarterbacks, for pitchers, for sprinters. We can help you really focus in and hone in on your specific biomechanics and how you can become a better athlete, and also how you can make sure you're going to keep yourself from being injured. Additionally, we have a free membership, we have a membership, and right now we're offering a free 30-day membership, and then it transfers into $9.99 a month, or you get $100 for the year. You get an extra $20 off if you sign up for the whole year. Awesome membership, packed with exercises, packed with information for quarterbacks, for pitchers, what are the right biomechanics, how you can become the best athlete that you could potentially be, and if you have any injuries, how you can get back from those faster and become stronger from it. So, as always, thanks for watching our videos. Thanks so much for all of our viewers, all of our subscribers, and we will see you soon.